Welcome, everyone. On April 8, 2024, something amazing will happen in the sky. A solar eclipse. This is when the moon moves between the Earth and the Sun, and for a little while, it looks like the moon is covering the Sun. It's a rare event that many people find really special, not just because it's so beautiful, but because it makes us think about our place in the universe. In this video, we're going to take you through a whole day during the eclipse, from the moment you wake up until you go to bed. We'll show you some simple yet meaningful things you can do to feel connected to this big event, to keep your spirits up, and to make the day really memorable. So, get ready for a journey that's all about making the most of this rare day, keeping things positive, and maybe even discovering something new about yourself. Morning rituals. Good morning. Today is not just any day. It's the day of the solar eclipse, a time when the moon covers the sun for a short while, turning day into a brief night. It's a special day, and we'll start it in a special way too. Let's begin our morning with some simple steps to make this day great. First, let's wake up a little earlier than usual. It's nice to start before everyone else, in that quiet time when it feels like the world is just yours. Take a deep breath and stretch a bit. Feel thankful for this new day, especially this unique one. Now let's clean our space. It doesn't have to be a big cleaning, just a little tidying up. It's like making space in our room and in our minds for new, positive thoughts and feelings. This makes room for the good energy we want to bring in today. Next, we're going to do something called sage smudging. It's a simple way to clear the air around us. If you don't have sage, that's okay. Just light a scented candle or some incense you like. The idea is to fill the air with a smell that makes you feel calm and happy. After that, it's time to set our intentions for the day. What do you hope for today? It could be something like feeling peaceful, noticing the beauty in the world, or just being kind to yourself and others. Write it down or just think about it for a minute. Now, let's move a little. Gentle stretching or yoga can help wake up our bodies. If you're not into yoga, just moving around in a way that feels good is perfect. The goal is to feel awake, alive, and ready for the day. We're also going to take a moment for meditation. Find a comfortable spot to sit quietly. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Picture a soft, warm light around you, protecting and comforting you. It's okay if your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to thinking about the light. With our bodies and minds awake, let's do something fun to connect with today's solar eclipse. You can make a simple sun and moon drawing or craft, or even just wear something yellow or silver to remind you of the sun and moon. It's a nice way to feel part of this big event. Before we finish our morning rituals, let's think about what we're grateful for. It could be big things or small things, like a cozy bed, a good breakfast, or just the chance to see today's eclipse. Feeling grateful helps us start the day with a happy heart. Lastly, let's have a good breakfast. Eating something healthy and tasty is a great way to take care of ourselves, especially on a special day like this. It gives us energy and makes us feel good. And there we have it, a morning filled with simple, meaningful steps to start this amazing day right. Each thing we did was a way to say hello to this special day, to clear out anything we don't need, and to bring in all the good stuff we want, like peace, happiness, and a sense of wonder at the world. Midday mindfulness. Now we've reached the middle of our special day, the solar eclipse day. By now, the sun is higher in the sky, and we're moving towards the moment when the moon will cover it, creating a rare and beautiful sight. Let's spend our midday in a way that makes us feel connected and present. First, let's remember to eat a healthy lunch. Just like our good breakfast, a nice lunch is important. Choose something that makes you feel good and gives you energy. Eating mindfully, without rushing, helps us appreciate the food and the moment. After lunch, it's a great time to go outside for a little while, if you can. Feel the sun on your skin and the air around you. Notice the trees, the sky, and the sounds of the day. It's all part of this amazing world we're living in. Even if the eclipse hasn't started yet, we can feel the excitement of waiting for something special. Now, let's do a fun activity that connects us to the sun and the moon. You can draw or paint a picture of the sun and moon, or maybe write a short poem or story about them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a way to express how you feel about this day and these celestial bodies. Then it's time for a little reflection. Find a quiet spot to sit and think about the morning. What was your favorite part? How did the rituals make you feel? Reflection helps us appreciate our experiences more deeply. As we get closer to the time of the eclipse, let's prepare ourselves to watch it safely. Remember, looking directly at the sun, even during an eclipse, can hurt your eyes. So if you have them, get your eclipse glasses ready, or plan to watch it through a pinhole projector or a live stream online. It's all about seeing this beautiful event without risking our health. While we're waiting for the eclipse to start, let's take a few moments to breathe deeply and calmly. Close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and then let it out gently. Do this a few times. Breathing like this helps us feel calm and centered, ready to experience the eclipse fully. During the eclipse, whether you're watching it directly with proper protection or through a live stream, take a moment to think about how amazing this event is. The moon is passing right in front of the sun, something that doesn't happen very often. It's a reminder of how beautiful and surprising our universe can be. After the eclipse, take some time to write down or talk about what you saw and felt. Sharing our experiences helps us remember them better and makes them more meaningful. You can write in a journal, talk with a friend, or even share your thoughts online. Lastly, as we move from midday to afternoon, let's keep our sense of wonder and gratitude alive. The eclipse is a rare and beautiful event, and being able to experience it is a gift. Let's carry the peace and mindfulness we've practiced throughout the day into the rest of our evening. And that's how we can spend our midday on this special solar eclipse day, mindfully, joyfully, and with a sense of connection to the world around us. Each moment, from eating lunch to watching the eclipse, is a chance to feel a part of something bigger, to find beauty in the natural world, and to appreciate the simple, wonderful things in life. Eclipse peak practices. And here we are, at the heart of our special day, the peak of the solar eclipse. This is when the moon covers the sun the most, creating a moment of awe and wonder. It's a time that many people feel is full of energy and meaning. Let's make the most of it with some simple yet powerful practices. First, let's find a comfortable place to sit or stand where we can feel relaxed and at peace. It could be somewhere inside where you feel cozy, or outside where you can feel a bit of the day's unique atmosphere, even if you can't see the eclipse directly. Now, let's light a candle or two. The gentle flame can remind us of the light of the sun that's hidden behind the moon right now. It's a small way to bring warmth and light into this moment when the day has turned dark. As we sit with our candles, let's take some deep breaths. Breathe in slowly, hold it for a moment, and then let it out gently. With each breath, imagine you're filling up with calm, peaceful energy. This helps us feel centered and open to the special energy of the eclipse. Next, it's a good time to think about our intentions, the hopes and wishes we have for ourselves, and maybe for others too. You can say them out loud, write them down, or just think about them quietly. It's like planting seeds in a garden, hoping they will grow into something beautiful. During this peak moment, some people like to say a prayer or chant a mantra, something that feels meaningful and comforting. If you have a prayer or mantra that you like, you can say it now. If not, you can simply repeat a positive word or phrase, like peace, love, or joy. It's all about what feels right for you. It's also a great time to do a small, simple meditation. Close your eyes and picture the eclipse in your mind, the moon moving in front of the sun, the world turning a little dark, and then the light slowly coming back. Imagine that this dance of light and dark is like the ups and downs in our own lives, reminding us that after every dark moment, the light returns. While we're in this peaceful state, let's also think about letting go of anything we don't need, worries, fears, or anything that's been bothering us. Imagine those things floating away, leaving us feeling lighter and more free. And as the peak of the eclipse passes and the light begins to return, let's slowly bring our focus back to the room around us. Notice the candle flames, the feel of the air, and the sounds you can hear. It's like we're coming back from a journey, feeling refreshed and renewed. Evening enrichment. As the sun dips below the horizon and the day of the solar eclipse comes to a gentle close, it's time to wrap up our journey with a peaceful evening. This part of our day is all about soaking in everything we've experienced and ending on a note of gratitude and peace. Let's start our evening by finding a cozy spot where we can sit back and relax. Maybe it's a comfortable chair, a soft rug, or even a spot outside where we can watch the sky change colors as the day ends. This is our time to unwind and reflect. With the quiet of the evening around us, it's a perfect time to do a little journaling. Take a notebook or any piece of paper and write down what you remember most about today. What did you see during the eclipse? How did it make you feel? What were the moments that stood out to you? Writing these down helps us remember and appreciate these special experiences. Now, let's take a moment to think about the intentions we set in the morning and during the peak of the eclipse. Did we feel those intentions throughout the day? How can we carry them forward into our everyday lives? Reflecting on our intentions helps us understand what's truly important to us and how we can live more aligned with those values. As the evening goes on, why not create a little celebration to mark the end of this unique day? This doesn't have to be anything big or fancy. Maybe you light a few more candles, play some gentle music, or treat yourself to something sweet. It's a way to say thank you to yourself for taking the time to experience and connect with the solar eclipse. For those who enjoy a bit of creativity, the evening is a wonderful time to express ourselves. You could draw, paint, craft, or even write a poem about the eclipse and what it meant to you. There's no right or wrong way to be creative. It's all about expressing what's in your heart. As we move towards the end of our evening, let's take some time for a bit of relaxation. This could be a warm bath, a gentle walk, or simply sitting quietly and listening to the sounds of the night. It's about giving ourselves a moment of calm and comfort after a day full of experiences. And finally, before we say goodbye to this remarkable day, let's take a few deep breaths and think about what we're grateful for. It could be the beauty of the eclipse, the peace of our mindful practices, or just the simple fact of being alive to witness such wonders. Gratitude is a powerful way to end any day, filling our hearts with joy and appreciation. Gratitude gathering. As our special day comes to an end, it's time for something really warm and wonderful, a gratitude gathering. This isn't just any gathering. It's a moment we set aside to think about all the good things from today and say thank you for them. First, let's make our space cozy and inviting. You can do this alone or invite family or friends to join. Light some candles to make the room feel warm and welcoming. The soft glow of the candles can remind us of the stars beginning to twinkle outside, bringing the vastness of the universe right into our home. Now, let's make a comfortable circle where everyone can see and hear each other. If you're by yourself, it's just as special. You can sit in front of a mirror or simply close your eyes and imagine your loved ones with you. In this circle, we start by sharing stories from the day. You can talk about what you saw during the eclipse, how it made you feel, and any special moments that stood out. If you're alone, you can write these down in a journal or just think about them. Sharing stories helps us remember the day and feel connected to each other. Next, let's talk about what we're grateful for. It could be big things like family and health, or small things like a tasty breakfast or a kind word from a friend. Gratitude can be for anything that made you smile or feel good inside. Taking turns or reflecting on these silently fills our hearts with joy and appreciation. Now let's think about the eclipse and what it means to us. The moon covering the sun, even for just a little while, is a rare and beautiful event. It reminds us of how amazing our world is and how lucky we are to see such wonders. Let's say a big thank you for being part of this special day. As we share and listen, let's pass around something small like a smooth stone, a shell, or even a toy. When you hold it, it's your turn to speak. This little object becomes a symbol of our sharing and caring for each other. If there were challenges or tough moments today, it's okay to talk about them too. Sometimes, saying thank you isn't just for the good things, but also for the hard things that teach us and help us grow. As our gathering comes to a close, let's hold hands or simply put our hands over our hearts. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine sending love and thanks to everyone in the circle, to the world, and to the stars above. Nighttime reflections. As the last light of this extraordinary day fades and night takes its place, we find ourselves under a canvas of stars, the world around us quiet and serene. This is the time for nighttime reflections, a moment to be alone with our thoughts and the universe. Let's start by finding our spot under the night sky. It could be a cozy corner of a garden, a soft blanket spread out on the ground, or even just a quiet room with a view of the stars through a window. Wherever it is, make sure it's a place where you feel at peace and can comfortably sit or lie down for a while. As we settle into our spot, let's take a deep breath, filling our lungs with the cool night air, and then slowly let it out. Feel the business of the day melt away with each breath, leaving behind a calm, centered feeling. Now, with the stars twinkling above us, let's allow our gaze to wander across the night sky. Notice how each star shines with its own light, some bright and some faint, but each one significant in the vast tapestry of the cosmos. It's a beautiful reminder of our own place in the universe, unique and important in our own way. In this quiet moment, let's reflect on the day we've had. Think back to the anticipation of the morning, the awe of the eclipse, and the warmth of the gatherings and reflections that followed. Each part of the day brought its own feelings and insights. What moments stood out to you? What feelings are lingering in your heart? As we ponder these questions, let's also consider the lessons the day brought us. The eclipse, with its dance of light and shadow, is much like life itself, filled with moments of brightness and times of darkness. Yet, just as the sun emerges again after the eclipse, so do we find our way back to light after difficult times. What lessons can you take from this? With the vastness of the night sky above us, it's also a perfect time to think about our hopes and dreams. The stars have long been symbols of guidance and aspiration. What are you reaching for? What hopes do you want to send up to the stars tonight? As our reflection deepens, we might also think about the connections in our lives. Just as the stars are part of constellations, we are part of a network of relationships and communities. How can we nurture these connections, bringing more light and warmth into our lives and the lives of others? And just like that, our special day has come to an end. From the quiet of the early morning to the calm of the night under the stars, we've gone on a journey together. We started the day with excitement, waking up early to prepare ourselves for the eclipse. We cleaned our space, set our intentions, and watched in awe as the moon passed in front of the sun. We reflected, we shared, and we took time to be grateful for everything around us. As we say goodbye to this day, let's remember the feelings it brought us. The wonder of watching the sky change, the peace of our midday reflections, and the warmth of our evening gratitude. These aren't just for today. They're lessons and memories we can carry with us always. So, thank you for being part of this journey. Whether you were alone or with others, I hope this day brought you a little closer to the beauty of the world and the wonder within yourself. Until our next adventure, keep looking up, keep wondering, and keep finding moments of joy in every day.